Hey everyone, Miacidae here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, today on the No Hope Estate, we're going to be going back into the Courtyard Plus, specifically to take out the Eroded Garden Guardian, which is an apprentice version of the Garden Guardian. Now, I do have Cho's Garden Guardian installed. This is an even more different version of the Garden Guardian than you would expect, because not only is this an apprentice version of it, but it is also a Cho's version of a apprentice version of the Cho's Garden Guardian. On top of the fact that we're going to be doing this on the No Hope Estate, so for those of you who don't remember or are just tuning in, this is an estate where we don't do battle healing, stress healing, or any stunning. So not only is it going to be a tough fight just because of that, but we have to get there with these rules. So that's why we have this party here today, and it is gonna be interesting. So for our party today, we're going to be having Roar the Ironclad, mainly because I want to be using Uppercut. This marks whoever he hits, and has a debuff on it for -4 damage. Now, the debuff will not be hitting the Garden Guardian, because if I remember correctly, the Garden Guardian is immune to pretty much everything debuff and dot-wise. However, it will help us get to the Garden Guardian, and otherwise still marks the Garden Guardian. After we use this, we'll be using Flame Barrier, which is a riposte and ups his protection. Otherwise, it's kind of free game what he's going to be using. Don't worry about the fact that everything's level 1, I'll be leveling it up before we go in. For his trinkets, we have the Sculptor's Tools, upping damage versus stonework by 25%, and 100% armor piercing versus stonework, because the Garden Guardian is stonework. Then we have the Runic Cube, which means on being hit, he's going to refresh limited skill uses, which all of his skills are. So as long as he is hit, he will refresh skill uses for like Uppercut and Flame Barrier, meaning I do not have to go into demon mode at all on the boss, unless I want to. Next we have Amani. I'm mainly going to be using Pierce and Serpent Sway, because armor piercing and blocks, which are very useful for her in this fight, or just blocks in general for this estate. And then for her trinkets, we have the Eldritch Slayer's Ring, because if I remember right, the Garden Guardian is Eldritch, meaning she'll do plus 25% damage to him, on top of the fact of already armor piercing on him. And then the Stone Clamshell Shield. This gives her protection, and then for getting to him, if any enemy hits her, knockback 1, -20 accuracy, -19 crit. Now, the debuffs and the knockback, probably not going to be a thing on the Garden Guardian once again, because he is immune to pretty much everything. Next, we have Jean, the Judicator. She's going to have dual convocation, doing plus 50% damage versus marked. The Blight's not going to come into play. We have Indictment Brand if I really need to have someone marked and the other people aren't doing the job. Amber Nail as a knockback and armor piercing, also blighting and minus protection. And Calcified Condemnation as a riposte. For her trinkets, we have Hammer of the First Crusade, giving her 25 armor piercing, bypassing guard, on melee hit breaking guard, and on melee hit debuff the target so they can't be guarded. Mainly using this for the armor piercing itself, but the other effects are nice. Then we have the Blade of the Second Crusade, mainly using this for the damage versus marked and the crit versus marked. We will be marking between Uppercut and our next person, Espec the Half-Foot. Now, Espec is here mainly to do mark weak point, because this is a mark, and on the way there, ups damage received and crits received. After he marks, he can do Jugular Shot, bleeding everyone. However, Garden Guardian, pretty much immune to stuff. Afterward, if I don't need to mark, he can do Guide Attack, upping accuracy, damage, and crit. For his trinkets, we have the Ancestral Map, helping with scouting, and then we have the Sunward thing that I can't pronounce, that also helps him blight things that are marked. However, he can no longer bleed or blight anything that is human. We shouldn't be running into that while we are in the courtyard though. So that's going to be the team, and hopefully we can get the Garden Guardian. Maxing out on food, making sure to bring literally everything. I learned my lesson last time, and I'm bringing keys. I'm going to be bringing holy water for the boss, and off we go. It's gonna be a trek, it seems, as you can see. So we got quite a few battles along the way. Let's go. Picking up literally anything we can along the way. I might not use too many of the supplies, but we'll see what we can do.
Some reward for a task well performed.
Should be a battle right here. Sycophant Nexus isn't the scariest thing in the world, but we will still mark it. And we already got the curse. Alright, we're gonna pierce, bypassing guard, getting rid of sycophant. Oh, I guess that doesn't bypass guard, my bad. Uppercut. This should take care of the manservant. Dual convocation. Just sycophant left. And down it goes. We are gonna get rid of that bleed.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
And I'll take the portrait over one of the medicinal herbs there, and on we go. Default party order. Next fight. Mark weak point on, let's go Cocotte. One's guarding the other. They're both marked for me now. We're gonna pierce, trying to hit, well, whatever one we can. The dual convocation is going to take out the Cocotte, so just do damage to one of the sycophants. Convocation.
Decimated.
Alright. I'm going to do pierce on the one that hasn't gone yet, hoping to take it out, but if we don't, no biggie. And then just do what we can. One health, and I'm surprised Aspect there went last, but we only needed the one health. So, there we go. We want the crests. There we go, let's just stack the food. We can leave the onyx there. Or do I take the onyx over the gold? Let's do that. Maybe use some of the torches for extra accuracy as well. Get rid of a little bit of stress here. Look inside the bones.
Glittering gold, trinkets.
Oh, another sycophant nexus.
In blood.
Definitely marking it so I can take it out in one hit. Manservants are gonna go. I was really hoping that wouldn't move him, but that's fine. Hopefully moving Jean. Unfortunate. Pierce, let's go manservant.
Be gone, fiend.
You can amber nail from there. Alright, so you're going to move forward. Amber nail hitting the sycophant. I don't think I've ever seen that thing use the thirst. And now we gotta take out the manservant again.
Another one falls.
Can jugular shot it now that it's marked. So now bleed and maybe blight. So bleeding for 3. Can't amber nail it now, unfortunately, but we can pull it for later. Unfortunate. Searing blow. I should have just moved Jean, but that's fine. Why were there no... Okay, that's why. I'm like, why were there no extra sycophants? The fact that they get turns, though, is bad. Okay, here go my bandages, then. Okay, let's go at the sycophants.
Obliterated.
Because Aspect can do one whole damage to this thing and it's gone. Or I can just Amber Nail it.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
There we go.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Definitely need that food there. And we're gonna need the blood. Okay, empty room. Can get situated in here. Heal up a tad. If I get the, I forget what the curio is actually called, but like the, dishes, I don't feel bad about using some of this food. So, let's keep moving. I'm not sure I'll actually find them, but we'll see. Okay, torch through this. That's why we brought torches. Just the mic a little bit. Hunger check, everyone heals. That's why we like hunger checks. 16 food left to get there. Ah, messenger, you say. Let's mark him. Pierce on one of the gargoyles, taking it out.
Back to the pit.
Hopefully no stun. There we go. Convocation on messenger. Messenger down. Taking out gargoyle. Just sycophant left. And hopefully we take it out. 1 health left. It's gonna heal up here.
Their formation.
But Aspect got it.
Maintain the offensive.
I'll take the invitation for now. Break this, see what we get.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
And we'll leave the crests. So obstacle. Break through this. Do need to heal Aspect a bit because he's only got a few health. Unfortunately, these only heal him for like 1. But it is what it is. They keep targeting him. Mark weak point will go at one of the gentlemen. I really want them down. Shield breaker can go at Tick. That way it doesn't resurrect anything. Rib cracker hurts a bit. You can move forward. Can't hit the gentleman anymore that I wanted. However, can still go at this guy. Let's see here. If I do Adder Kiss, this gentleman probably goes down. Yep. Now they're both in range of pretty much everything. Aspect takes out Gentleman, and then these two can take out Sycophant. There we go.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
No, I wanted the anti-venoms just in case the supplicants blighted us. But I'm tempted to get rid of them for the emerald. No. Safe. Be safe. Taking what we can, moving on along. Yikes.
Mind that such missteps are the exception and not the rule.
Taking out Sycophant there just so we don't get overwhelmed, marking the Supplicant, and then this thing goes down easily.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick?
Not finding anything I want, but you know, that is what it is. That's the secret door I brought the keys for, so at least we got that. Hunger check again, we can heal with that. Torch up. Battle room with Curio. I'm hoping we scout a little more here. I was not expecting this to be a scene. This is the Viscount's room. Anyway, let's take out a gargoyle so we don't get stunned.
With impunity.
Gotta check this really quick. This only hits rows 1 and 2, so we're gonna mark the Supplicant for now. You can take out a gargoyle. That doesn't leave a corpse for the tick.
From our lands.
If you hit the tick, you most likely take it out, I'm assuming. That way it doesn't resurrect the Supplicant. That's what I didn't want to have happen, especially with that blight.
The true test. Hold fast or expire.
So taking out Supplicant before anything bad happens.
Well struck.
49 crit there, wow. That's why we have the anti-venom.
Horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Really, I already have 5 jades. Well, leaving all that. Burning the hive. Can use that food, take what we can. Leaving all this. So if there's one fight on the way to this room, then 2, 3, I can't camp yet. What do I even get rid of? Key would be one. Invitation would be another. I'm guessing that we're gonna go hungry, so I can't get rid of the blood during the fight. Let's get rid of the onyx. Keep hoping to find stuff with Usbeck here, but not really getting what I want. As much as I want some of the stuff, we'll leave it. We don't got too much room in the inventory, and I should be saving some of the supplies. Hey, this isn't bad as long as I can get rid of that manservant, who's gonna target Usbeck first. And then we can hit the tick who would revive the manservant. Oof, we might not get him. Oh, does he have... I forgot that he has, dress moves. Well, you can take care of the gargoyle. Or miss. That's cool. Marking the cherub just to do damage to it, I suppose. Getting rid of cherub. Actually, you get... You bypass guard, so getting rid of Gargoyle. Then getting rid of Cherub. Manservant left, but... That's what I didn't want to have happen. Now get rid of him.
Decisive pummeling.
Okay, default order. Now I wish I didn't get rid of the Onyx, but whatever.
Confidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ah, needed to do that with S-Back. Shoot. Another secret room? Also, I know where I can camp, so cool. Hunger check. Take this. Actually, if I find a key over here or somewhere, I might be able to, I don't have any bandages for that. I might be able to go back to that secret room and get more trapezohedrons. Youch. Okay. Well, let's see here. Prevent nighttime ambush. Minus stress on all companions. Plus damage. Okay, we got this. So if I camp here, I should be good to get to the boss. And there's like no place for a hunger check.
Firelight, an uneasy companion.
So prevent nighttime ambush with Jean, because this gives her plus damage. Minus stress, probably with Jean, but we'll come back to that in just a moment. I can inflame upping damage with uppercut, riposte, and searing blow. Yeah. So Fervent Summon, getting rid of stress. And then inflame again to up damage for 4 battles, so 50% damage on uppercut, riposte, searing blow. And up we go. S-Back, let's get rid of some of these traps. Torch through this.
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Grabbing what I can here. I'm actually going to de-stress him here and not have him with the holy water on the boss. Don't think the ticks matter too much, so let's get rid of the maggot because of stun. Mark weak point on tick so we can do more damage. Getting rid of tick. Smashing gargoyle. Just tick left. Ooh, bleed. At least it's not a bad one.
As victories mount, so too...
Take that for the boss. Plus damage taken from fire attacks. And... I thought Searing Blow was a fire attack. Is it not? Well, we'll see. Then I probably don't need the shovel. And up we go. Did need said shovel. I need to take out the Nexus first. Marking it. They really need to leave Aspec alone. Alright, she can get rid of... Let's go for one of the sycophants in front. You can hit that said sycophant, then Jean gets rid of Nexus. Just leaving one sycophant left.
The sharpened blade. This expedition at least promises success.
Ooh. And I got a key as well. Man, there's some stuff here I want. Okay. So, I'm not sure we're gonna get poisoned or blighted in this fight. So we'll trade the fear potion for the antivenoms. I want the key, so I can go back and get some of those trapezohedrons. Evidently, I can't carry any more portraits. We'll just do that. After I fight the boss, I'll come back for that extra treasure room here, because I haven't done this yet. So I'll have some more supplies then. Get rid of the debuff resistance here, and here, and here. Gonna use holy waters, and in we go.
The hamlet cannot stand for this thing that should not be. Defeat it.
Garden Guardian. Plus accuracy on everyone. Because I can't hit what I want, because it's guarded by the shield for now, Aspect can't bypass guard. We are going to guide attack on Jean. Serpent Sway, getting blocks on this shield breaker. Flame Barrier getting a riposte on Roard. And we are going to mark them. And do a bit of... And let's do the fire potion. So now they take extra damage from... I guess we can bleed and blight them, that's interesting. But now they take extra damage from fire attacks. But hit 1, 19 damage. And they all share a health bar, so when the Bonch does an attack at us, we can riposte back. That bleed is gonna get us. We can now hit the Garden Guardian.
Impressive.
Probably should have done Serpent Sway there. Or not Serpent Sway, Adder Kiss. Jugular Shot, trying to bleed. Still marked. We still have a riposte, so I'm going to do Searing Blow. Dual Convocation. Resisted the move that and stun and bleed. Got my skills back. Bypassing guard. No longer guarded. You're still marked, so we're gonna Jugular Shot again. No bleed. Searing Blow. Almost there. Dual Convocation. Sad we're not critting, but almost there. Almost there. A little sad for Espec here, because if I want to go back and get the trapezohedrons, he's going to go down.
Teetering on the brink, facing the abyss.
Adder Kiss does more damage and might blight. I mean, we have a chance at blighting him, it's just not happening. Garden Guardian down.
But I fear there may be no end to this bloodborne evil.
Got a blueprint. Got a blueprint. Also, Instructor's Cape for the Duelist, plus 18 dodge, Touche moves back, Preparation disabled if HP below 50%. $9,000 gold. Is it worth a half foot? Is it worth a level 1 half foot? Because it's 1,000 gold roughly to train the 2 skills that I've missed, plus leveling everything up. That's 300, 600, roughly 1,000, so that's 3,000, plus the gear. So 1 trapezohedron roughly covers the gear. But then I put it in the slots. So let's just say, for sake, it's the key, the torch, and this empty slot. I then have to cover the slots that these are in. I should have went back before. Realistically, I don't have the space to bring back the 3 trapezohedrons and his stuff. Even, like, I'd almost be willing to risk Aspect here, as integral to this plan as he was. But then I don't have the space. Like, realistically, because I really need the heirlooms here. I really need them. So it would be, I can give up the jade here, and then I only get half of this, realistically, as money back. I get an empty space, and then I can give up, like, the medicinal herbs here. And then I give up the skeleton key slot and the torch for these. I just don't see the loss being worth it. Unless I roll 3 death blow checks in a row for his bleeds. Yeah, we'll leave. So, nonetheless, roughly 17,000 gold, 1/3 umbilical cord for the Saw Hunter. I actually thought this was for the Courier Hunter, but it's for the Saw Hunter. 20% damage versus Eldritch, 20% death blow resistance, 33% healing received, so that's good for food healing, reminder. Stun chance isn't a thing on this estate. On monster kill, self-bleed. Cure bleed. On being hit, he will bleed 3 for 3 rounds. And if I get the rest of the set, plus 3 speed and plus 10 accuracy in position 1. A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream. Then, blueprint, big thing that we got here, because now I can get the Vintner. 26 crests, 10 busts, 6 steeds, and 3 portraits. Amani got the Crimson Curse and hit level 3. Jean hit level 3. Roard and Espec are still level 1. Amani also got Bloodthirsty, so we need to get rid of that. Roard got Courtyard Adventurer. Amani got Manslayer. Espec got Claustrophobia and got Clotter. So here's the thing. I need to get rid of Bloodthirsty on Amani, and I need to get rid of Claustrophobia on Espec. I do not want to transfer the Crimson Curse to Espec, so I need to do this in 2 phases, and I need to be careful about it. So I need to leave a note to myself.
I was lord of this place before the crows and rats made it their domain.
Oh, we'll look into that too. But essentially, I need to make a note to myself to get rid of Bloodthirsty, or that I'm getting rid of Bloodthirsty, and that Espec needs to get rid of Claustrophobia next, just so that I don't transfer that Crimson Curse, because I really don't want to deal with it. Do I have a silent? Did my silent die? I feel like my silent has died. I have a silent, I just haven't used them in a while. Okay. Oh, yeah, I ain't doing that. But now I have the extra blueprint to get the Sanguine Vintners that I really had wanted to do when I did that flesh fight, and I ended up not getting it. So now I just need a lot of busts, which I'll get by leveling up people. We do need to level up the courtyard a little bit more for one of the other bosses in here. I think that's going to hit at like level 4, and otherwise just keep leveling up some of the areas. So we'll see what I can do, just keep going around everywhere. Probably hit level 4 on the ruins in the cove just for funsies, but I'm pretty sure I've already done the crew and the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already done all the apprentice bosses. My memory's just fading me. So we're at this point, it's mainly just a thing of getting people leveled up. So we'll see what I can do about that. When I start leveling up the trappers, that's when I'm starting to getting my gold back up, because they have that lovely skin and prey thing, which will get my money just stacking up again. So that's why I'm not too concerned about the gold right now, and we'll go from there. Actually, if I look at this now, I want to make a quick count. So I want to see how many classes I have to get to veteran yet. 1. So there are 23 classes, 24 if I think I count ones I don't have, of classes that I want to hit rank, or the veteran ranks yet, that aren't there yet. However, a lot of those are sitting at rank 2, some of which are like, if I bring them into one more dungeon, they probably will rank up. And there is a good trinket just sitting, waiting for me at the Brigand 8-pounder. So I may be doing the Brigand 8-pounder next time, just to level some people up, get that out of the way, and go from there. Just because that would kind of settle a few things for me. And I feel like that would more or less get us in a pretty good position, with the fact of that's pretty much most of the apprentice out of the way, and from there we can just go level up people, and we can just have fun on that fight. I'm not sure who I would bring. I know I had been saving a few heavy hitters because Brigand 8-pounder has a lot of protection, and I know I just used Amani who can bypass that, but we'll see. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please have a good one.